Jide Alaka is in the house. Hello, Jide.
Good afternoon, Ken. Good afternoon, viewers.
Before I come back to you, Teofilo is also in the house. Good afternoon, Teofilo.
Good afternoon, Ken. Good afternoon, Jide. Good afternoon to the viewers at home.
All right. Jide, is there any cause for alarm? Is there any cause to worry because of the split of these retirements that are coming in?
Definitely. When retirement is not the problem. Retirement is not a challenge. It's the abruptness and the way and manner that these retirements have come about that show us that definitely there's something wrong somewhere. Now, before I go into it, investigations reveal that it is a plan, that this is a plan, it's a concerted plan, but it is something that is being acted out in another way.
That is a conspiracy theory.
Yes.
A large one.
Yes.
All right. Okay, probably we are explaining the theory based on his investigation and how the things they will unfold. Okay, Teofilo Saibonao, is there any need for us to worry?
See, Ken, it's like this. We face issues every time in our lives. Like, things are bound to happen. But we shouldn't necessarily make a mountain out of a molehill. Jide is talking about the conspiracy theory here. That people, somebody acting out the script. This is not Nollywood, for Christ's sake. This is the Nigerian national team. Like you said, yes, when people retire, there's no issue, right? But the way it has come about, I understand Vincent Enyeama. Probably he lost his mom. He and the coach fell out. That's understandable. He decided to leave the team because maybe I can't work with this man. That is normal human emotion speaking. But the case of Emenike, for Christ's sake, Olisa taking charge of 4 games since he took over as national team coach. Emenike has played all 4 games. What is the matter? What went wrong? For him to come out and say it's not a camp, it's not a camp, it's not a family house, they come in for Christ's sake. For the sake of national peace, I mean, what is he trying to say? Pinnick has talked about how he wants to enforce a code of conduct so that players will stop going on air, going on the internet and tweeting some things. I mean, these things are unnecessary. Let's just keep the things happening in the house private. We said that game against Cameroon. That game was actually perfect. We won that game by 3-0. If he can continue like that, the Springboks to do better things. Anybody that wants to let him leave, I think the coach has enough players in his pool to move forward or move the national team forward. Ken.
I stick with you.
Okay.
Jide says nothing wrong with leaving. Let us occur because also Ahmad Pinnick himself, the president of the federation, did say that players are free to go, but they should go in a civil manner.
Exactly.
Now, part of the Twitter say that have they been treated safe? Safe. Don't you think there is a problem if 2 senior players start complaining and leaving? I don't think maybe probably should find out the root cause of this and address it. Or you think, the coach has a right to just move on?
When Emenike ended us by saying...
A part of the question you should throw at Teofilo is...
You asking?
This did not happen for the last 17 years in the national... since the year 2002.
Okay.
When Olise himself retired unceremoniously from the team.
In fact, he was retired. He
retired. And then they said that somebody like JJ betrayed the trust of the others and went back and played in the World Cup.
Yeah.
That is the genesis. Okay. That was how many years ago? 13. Now, this has happened again. And you are saying that it is not out of the ordinary.
It's not out of the ordinary. There's nothing makes it special. I talked about the fact with Enyeama. Yeah. That one is normal. And they fell out. What happened with Emenike? Emenike has not scored a goal for the Super Eagles for God knows how long.
Since November 2013.
My point exactly. He's misfiring. I read a lot of articles about the last 24 hours. Some people talking about the fact that he's probably a coward. He was this, he was that.
I wrote that he should be rested.
He should be rested.
I wrote.
I've seen players go through rough patches and come back.
The fact of the matter is that people go through rough patches.
Exactly.
Players go through dry
Messi, Ronaldo, Rooney.
So my own problem, when somebody comes out, this is the first time that I've read more than 100 words from Emenike since he has been playing football.
So what is he driving at?
So when he says that this camp is not a house, that it should not be a threat zone to any individual, you should take it seriously.
Who has threatened him? My point exactly. Who is
have you asked the question?
Okay, let us address the question.
You're just dismissing it out of hand.
I'm back to you. He said, using his words.
Yes.
Emenike has been in national team for the past 5 years.
Yes.
But he has never spoken. This is the first time he's speaking and speak over 100 words. I'm talking about almost 1,000 words here.
That's a story.
Now, don't you think that there's something wrong somewhere?
Ken, if Emenike had been firing goals, the way I saw him fire them in 2013, I don't think he would have retired.
Okay, Enyeama was our best keeper and still our best keeper. Why did he retire?
Like I said, Enyeama fell out with the coach. That happened.
Fell out?
Yes.
Fell out?
Yes, he fell out with the coach.
Now, what do you mean fall out? What do you mean fell out?
There was an argument.
All right, okay.
They are adults.
All right.
My point is that
They're adults.
He probably felt it was too much and decided to quit.
That is the point. That is where you should go to.
Okay.
What happened in that falling out? You know, there is a falling out me and you would have, and we would go our separate ways with respect.
Yes.
But there's a falling out there was no respect.
In this case, I understand where Enyeama was coming from. He was the captain that was stripped of his captaincy. Here in Africa, where we believe that I'm a leader, you don't take it away from me. These boys look up to me and stuff like that.
No.
I can't remain.
That means you are not digging very well. This started in Kaduna.
Okay.
Immediately after the Kaduna debacle, when Enyeama complained of the match being played in Kaduna, this problem started.
And what was Olise's response to that complaint?
Wait.
Olise wasn't coach then, remember?
Wait.
He came out and he supported him after he became coach.
That's what I said. This is a script that is playing out.
All right,
Yeah,
okay.
It's a script that's playing out.
Jide, let us go back. Let us go back to Emenike first, because I mean that is what just happened. He did say that the coach has invited Emenike and played him in all matches he has played. So where is the threat zone?
Where is he coming from?
That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
Ken, that's where we need education.
Okay.
Sometimes we just jump to conclusions. Let us go back to what happened in Belgium.
Okay.
I know for a fact that Olise himself addressed people disrespectfully. It has been confirmed.
On that occasion?
In that occasion.
Okay.
He spoke so badly to a senior left back in that same team that if that guy had an ego like these two others, it would have retired. And basically what they are saying, what basically is going to happen is that those guys are going to retire very soon. That is the plan. A lot of the senior players that are in the Eagles now will retire very soon. That is the plan.
But okay, I want to ask you this. If the coach wants to retire them, like people are alleging, he's still inviting them to the team.
They can't do it. Don't you understand the scenario?
I don't.
The national team cannot come forth tomorrow and leave out some names. It's not possible. Ken, you know. Ken, you know.
Keshi did it.
We were not doing anything. We were not doing well.
Ken.
So there was no basis. He could start from ground zero.
Let's not forget that Olise benched. He didn't call up Mikelobi for his first 2 games. He didn't call up Victor Moses.
Because Mikel didn't pick his calls.
He didn't pick his calls.
He
wanted to call him. He didn't pick his calls.
He said he called Mikel, and Mikel didn't return his calls.
He didn't return his calls.
But Mikel was invited the next time and he came, right?
Yeah.
So what is the talk about senior players?
Let me ask you a question.
All right, before you ask the question, let us see if we can take some calls. If you can join, if it is possible, please. The number will flash over right there, so you see it, and then let us be part of this discussion. Do you think that there is a problem, or do you think that these players are overreacting? That in disrespect, they have been disrespectful to the coach or the national team? The NFF president says there will be a code of conduct so that players will not just rush to the social media, and make statements. The coach himself came out and said, Emenike is he's a wonderful player. I have called him up in all the 4 matches I have played. So where is the threat there? But then you now ask yourself, I don't know when the toad runs in the daytime. Is it
It's like saying you have a friend or you have a son.
Yeah.
And then he makes a decision, he doesn't put you in the picture. Now, Olise says he has been trying to call Emenike since Monday. He has not gotten him.
Yes.
What does that say to you?
So, I mean,
what does he say to you?
He said, but himself and the team coordinator.
No, what does he say to you? Emenike does not want to talk to them.
Why?
That's the problem. Why don't you ask that question? Why? That's the question. How can the coach be calling a player and the player does not want to talk to the coach?
I think over time we realize that the players in the Super Eagles, even if they don't, even if they're having a fallout with the manager or the coach, I think you're also most of them are close to the members of the committee or the members of the NFL that they could talk to. They could even call up the president and say, please talk to the coach. I don't like what is happening. See, if you want to adjust and if you want to remain with the national team, there are other ways to go about it.
But the contract the coach signed, I remember Amado Pinnick himself saying that the coach, by the contract, the man has the right to invite whoever, even he repeated that whoever he wants to invite, not interference. I want to ask you this. In that match, in that match against Congo, very significant, where the captain's armband was handed over to Mikel, and Mikel declined. Does it send any message? Do we just ignore it?
A couple of people spoke to me about it, and I told them something. I said, relax. I'm going to tell you what I said. I told them, see, what has happened is they've taken the captaincy away from someone that most of these guys look up to. That's Vincent Enyeama. So out of loyalty, or probably out of respect, they declined. I said, I'm not going to pick up the armband. No harm done, no foul done. We saw them playing the next game after that. And they all did well.
Ken, let me tell you something.
They all did well.
Let me tell you how this will play out. We've seen it happen before. It is only students of people who don't study history who make this kind of mistake. Olisa is going to fail.
That's a bold one.
But the players
Because let me tell
him.
you what. Do you remember? It's just go back 4 years or 5 years. Remember the Siasia situation.
Yeah.
Do you know that the players sacked Siasia then? They sacked him.
Let's see what
But that's an opinion.
No,
you can't.
That's your opinion. Let us move away from Nigeria. Players sacked AVB.
Yes.
Chelsea players sacked AVB.
I remember. Even in Newcastle.
What I'm saying now, the history that will report itself is this: the players that you are trying to chase away now will be around when you are fired.
You know, but I want to ask you this.
That's the truth.
No.
They will be around.
Olisa said,
You can leave. The administrators can leave, but the players will always leave. The players will be there.
What if he's not successful?
You said, what if?
What if he's not successful? I mean, you are coming out to say...
Okay, maybe I will start using my card.